You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. How you get attitude? Cause I'm getting mad. Took me 20 to get ready. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
Hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. Where the at? Anyway, gotta pay a little more. If we late to the jack, gotta jet 'cause the boat leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every album project. You ain't scared to change 'cause it's in coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. Oh, your girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go.
You're always rushing me. Relax, chill, all right?
Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, girl. Bring your downstairs.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks.
What?
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
You hear me? Right, hold on. All right, can you hear me now?
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go was a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. This drive starts with a Haskins carry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. He's got room at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run here with Haskins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hassan Haskins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Mills. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Andy Isabella his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
A gain there of 21 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Clark. And the ball is knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On 1st and 10, Clark eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. 2
2
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another run for Haskins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They go play action. Mills rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt.
I'm glad he didn't fumble again.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
You heard me?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Up the middle with Eckler. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The Seahawks at 12-2 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Clark, off play action. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. The crossbar, no good. A sensational
Good job to your kickers.
distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. They find some open field here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Off play action. Clark. time here in this half. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case,
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. Mills. He'll buy some time right. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A first down throw for Mills. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Mills. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown! Hassan Haskins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one A little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Out of his end zone, Mills. They'll roll him out right. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Mills on first down. To Michel on the dump off. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 24, Mills. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Ready? Red 38. Ultra. Go ultra.
Clark now. A final shot before break. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good.
Let me make a defensive substitution right quick.
The 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From the gun, here's Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Mills rolling to his right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Mills to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Laviska Shenault from 4 yards out. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Clark being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. 2nd down, and they go back to Haskins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Mills. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Running left, Haskins. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He'll check this one down to Michelle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Mills now. He'll buy some time right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Hassan Haskins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Off play action. Clark steps away. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Clark. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Clark to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down. And he loses the football the second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Do you remember in
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Oh, wow. They could have gave that to me.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's a run from Haskins. And some room to maneuver. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
First down, they'll stick with Haskins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run it again with Haskins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing, Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Clark. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go, set, 45, wide. 6, Mega.
Now Clark on 1st and 10. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Zach Gentry from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On 3rd down, here's Haskins. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due. Through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet.